This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to introduce to you the incredible new King of Roulette system by Jesse. He said this is so good, you'll never use another system again. Let's find out, and we're going to test his system today against a system I think you're going to absolutely love as well. We're going to start with that first, and let's go ahead and just get rolling here and place the bets. We're going to start with bets a little bit higher than normal today. We're going to have a $50 bet on 1 to 18. And each of these systems is going to get 15 minutes of playtime. Let's see which one makes the most money in that 15 minutes. Okay, we lost that first one. We're going to go from $50 to $100, and we're going to go to even. We started on 1 to 18 on the far left side. Now we're moving to the right. Okay, that's a 14 red. We won that one. So what we're going to do is when we get a win like that, you can see we're up $50. We're going to go back a unit. So we're going to go back to $50, and we're going to be on red. And if this is too much for you, that's okay. I'm going to share with you what you can do with smaller units as well. And you can play this at any level of bet. So that's a win there. And now we're going to go to black for 50. And we're already up $100. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. That's a 00, so that's a loss. We're still moving left to right. We're going to go from 50 to 100 on odd. But this is not martingale. We're not doubling the bet. I'll share with you what to do next. And that's a 27 red. Okay, we won that one. So we're going to go from 100 back to 50. But now we're going to be on 19 to 36. We're up $150 already. And let's go ahead and spin. Okay, that's a 19 red there. We won. Now we're going to go all the way back to 1 to 18 for 50. We're up $200 now. Again, we're not doubling. I'll share with you the rest of the progression as we go through here. And that's a 12 red. Okay, we won. Now we're going to go to even for 50. And we're going left to right, if you can probably tell, on all the 6 outside bets. We're up $250 already. And since this is not a real aggressive progression, that's how we're able to start with a higher bet amount. That's a win. Now we're going to go to red for 50. Okay, we're up $300 now. So here we go. And that's a 34 red. Fantastic. We'll go to black now for 50. We're up $350. Once we have some losses, I'll show you how to deal with those, even at this higher bet amount. That's a 28 black. Fantastic. Now we'll go to odd for 50. We're currently up $400. And here we go. That's a 23 red. And that's a win. All right, we're on a nice roll. Now we'll be 19 to 36 for 50. We're up $450. And here we go. All right, we got it rolling right now. That's another win. Let's go back to 1 to 18 for 50. We're up $500, and let's spin. Once we have some losses, I'll show you what to do next. That's a 31 black. Okay, we're going to go from 50 to 100, and we're moving left to right still, but we're not doubling. I'll show you what to do next if we lose this one. And that's a 15 black. We lost. So now we're going to go to 150 on red and spin. So we went from 50 to 100 to 150. That's a 17 black. Okay, we lost. Now we're going to go to 200 on black. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 21 red. We lost again. So you can see now we've lost a few in a row. Now we're going to go to 250 on odd, and let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. We lost again. So we started out really hot. Now not so much, but that's okay. We're going to be at 300 now on 19 to 36. And let's go ahead and spin again here. Okay, we finally got a win. So now we're going to go from 300 back to 250. And we'll be on 1 to 18. And here in a minute, I'll talk to you also about why we're moving left to right like this. That's a 6 black. That's a win at 250. Now we're going to go back to 200, and we'll be on even. Still moving left to right. You can see we're already back up $300 again. And here we go. That's a 16 red. And that's a win. So we'll go from 200 back to 150 and we'll be on red. We're currently up $500. So even after all those losses we just had, we're still up $500. And that's a 35 black. That's a loss. So we go from 150 back up to 200. And now we're on black. Let's go ahead and spin. That's an 11 black. All right, that's a win at 200. Now we're going to go back to 150. We're on odd. We're up 550. And let's spin. All right, that's a good win there. That's a 29 black. So now we'll go back to $100 and we'll be on 19 to 36. Now we're up $700. And that is fantastic. Let's keep it rolling here. That's a 14 red. And that's a loss at 100. So we'll go to 150 on 1 to 18. We're up $600. You can see we're going up and down a little bit, but the good thing is we're up $600 still, and that's a 24 black. We lost, so we'll go back up to 200 on even. And you can do this with small bets as well, but I'll share with you the bankroll recommended for this one coming up here. That's a 10. There's a win at 200. We'll go back to 150. And now we'll be on red. Let's check our balance after this spin. Okay, that's a 00. We definitely lost that one. Let's go back up 50. We'll go to $200 on black. So you can see we're going up 1 when we lose, down 1 when we win. That's a 33 black. All right, that's a nice win at 200. We'll go back to 150. Now we're up $700 again. Let's see if we can get this over $1,000 profit. That's a 21 red. That's a win at 150. Let's go back to 100 on 19 to 36. Now we're up $850. And that's a 0, so we definitely lost that one again. So we go back up to 150, and now we're on 1 to 18. And the reason that we're going left to right across all these bets is because, and we lost again there, so let's go up to 200. Because the only way you can lose all of these bets is if you were to, if you went from 1 to 18 to even to red to black to odd and then to 19 to 36, the only way you could lose all these bets in a row is if it went in that sequence, low, even, red, black, odd, or 19 to 36. And the probability of that happening is not very good. So that's why we're going left to right like that. And that's a 3 red. We lost at 200. Let's go to 250. And you can see we're still up $400 even after that bad loss there. Let's see if we can get a win on red here. And we did. That's a 1 red. Fantastic. Let's go back to 200 and we'll be on black. We're up $650. Let's see if we can get on a run here and get over $1,000 profit. That's a 32 red. That's a loss though. We're going to go up to 250 on odd. But even though we've lost some of these big bets, we're still up $450. And again, I'll show you, if you want to use $5 instead of $50, that's perfectly fine. You just have to divide the starting bet by the same number as the bankroll I'm about to give you. And you're up $700. We're up $700 right now. So you can see we were on odd for 250. That means now we're going to be on 19 to 36 for 200. Let's go ahead and spin. Okay, that's a 00. Okay, we lost that one, so we're going to go to 250 on 1 to 18 and spin, and we'll check our balance again. Let's see if we can get a low number here. And we did not. We lost again. So now the bets are going to get a little bit higher. We're up to $300 on even. There we go. We're up $250 right now. Let's go ahead and spin. And you can see it won't take too many wins to get us back up good again, but we need to get a few wins here. That's a 12, and that's a win. So we'll go to 250 on red. We're up 550, and let's spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a 30 red. And we're going to go from 250 to 200 now on black. And now we're up $800, so that's fantastic. And coming up here, I'm going to share with you when it's time to reset, even if you haven't worked your way all the way back down. There's going to be times when you're going to need to do that. And we won at 200. Now we'll be at 150 on odd, we're up $1,000. So there, it happened pretty quickly. You get a few wins in a row, and all of a sudden, you can be in really good shape. That's a 1 red, and that's a win. So we'll go to $100 now on 19 to 36, and we're working our way back down nicely. But you might say, again, like I was saying before, what happens if you get a bunch of losses in a row? And let's see here. So we won that at 100. We're going to go back to 50. So this is what you want. We're up $1,250 now. Let's go ahead and spend. But here in a minute, I'm going to share with you when it's time to reset, even if you haven't worked your way back down, because at some point the bets will get so high that the risk is not worth it. And we'll still be at 50 here. We're up $1,300, and we're on even. And here we go. Okay, that's a 32 red. Okay, that's a win. So we're going to go to red now for 50. We're up $1,350. And what I would recommend there is that if the bets get over $500 and you're still in profit, you get a win, you want to reset after that win. So let's see here. We are up $1,300 right now. You can see we just lost on red, so we're going to go to a $100 bet on black and spin. And remember, you can also use $5 bets. You don't have to use $50 bets. But the reason I used $50 bets today was to show you that since we're not doubling like martingale, we can actually use higher bet amounts. And you can see we were betting 100 on black, so now we're 150 on odd. And if we get a bunch of losses in a row here, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about resetting. And that's a 13 black. That's a win, so we drop back to 100 on 19 to 36. We're up $1,350. So if you do get bets over 500 and you're in profit, go ahead and reset. The bets are starting to get too high, and at that point, you'll need to rebuild. And we will be on 1 to 18 for 150 now. We're up $1,250. And that's just a safety mechanism put in there for you. But obviously, if you have a huge bankroll, you don't have to do that. And we'll be at $100 on even now. We're up $1,400. All right, we're 12 minutes in out of 15. And I can't wait to share with you the new King of Roulette Systems by Jesse coming up. That is a loss. We'll go to 150 on red. We're continuing to move left to right. And here we go. That's a win right there, 5 red. Okay, so we'll drop back to 100 on black, and we're up $1,450. And here we go. That's a 32 red. That's a loss, so we'll go to 150 on odd and spin. Okay, it's a 17 black. That's a win. We'll go back to 100 on 19 to 36. All right. That's a 13 black, and that's a loss. So we're going to go to 150 on 1 to 18 and spin. So if you want to go to a $5 bet instead of 50, obviously 5 times 10 is 50. So all you have to do at that point is divide the bankroll that I'm going to recommend here in a second to the same way. So if you divide the bankroll, you better divide the starting bet as well. And we're up $1,550 now. You can see that was on 1 to 18 for 150. Now we're back to even for 100 and spin. So I'm recommending a $3,000 bankroll for this one at $50 bets. That is a loss there. We're going to go to 150 on red and spin. And we obviously haven't needed that. In fact, we've never been down more than a few hundred. But you do need it in case you go on a long losing streak with a system like this. So it's not as dangerous as martingale. We're going to go to 200 on black now. And we might see in the last minute here a losing streak. Let's see if we do. That's a 24 black. Nope, that's a good win there. We'll go to 150 on odd and spin. And we have about a minute left with this one before we get to the new King of Roulette Systems by Jesse. And that's a 9 red. There we go. Now we're going to go to 100 on 19 to 36. We're up $1,650. We're not doubling. We're going up a unit when we lose, down a unit when we win, and that's a 16 red. We lost, so we'll go to 150 on 1 to 18 and spin. Here we go. Ooh, that's a low number, not the one we wanted. Okay, so we'll go to $200 on even. We're up $1,400, and you can see it's going up and down a little bit here. Okay, that's a 19 red. And that is a loss at 200. So let's go to 250 on red. This will be our final spin. We're up $1,200. And let's see what we get here. All right, we got it. So that was a really good session. We made $1,450 with $50 units and a $3,000 bankroll. Again, if you wanted to use $5 bets instead of $50 bets, you just would divide that 3,000 by 10, and there's your starting bet amount. So I'm sorry, your starting bankroll amount. So instead of 3,000, you could have 300. So you can use this with any bet amount, just adjust it accordingly. But with the King of Roulette systems, we're using higher bets today, so that's why I did that with this system, and it worked beautifully, and I hope you enjoyed that. But now it is time for the new roulette system of the day, and I can't wait to share this new one with you guys from Jesse, and this is the King of Roulette systems. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the King of Roulette systems by Jesse. We're going to use the same betting pattern as the previous system, but it's going to be a completely different progression, much safer, and that's why we're using the higher bet amounts today. But you can use this with any bet amount. We're going to start with $50 on 1 to 18, but we're not going to be going one up, one down like the previous system. That's a 31 black. Okay, that's a loss. So we're going to stay at 50 and move to even. You can see we're minus 50 currently. We're going to keep track of our session profit with the King of Roulette systems by Jesse. And here we go. That's a 23 red. Okay, we lost again. We're going to stay at 50 on red. And you can see we're minus 100 right now. Let's go ahead and spin. And this is going to be a much safer system. We've started out with a couple losses, unfortunately, but that's okay. I want to show you how to deal with that. And now we have 3 straight losses to start, and that's actually the cool thing about not raising the bets yet, because we've lost 3 at 50 and we're only down 150. So we're going to be on black for 50 now. Let's go ahead and spin. Okay, we finally got a win, and when you get a win and you're not in session profit, you're going to go up a unit. So we're going to go from 50 to 100 on odd. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. And we didn't get it. That's a 10 black. Okay, so we're going to stay at 100, and we're going to be on 19 to 36. We're currently minus 200. All right, let's go ahead and spin again here. That's a 34 red. Okay, we got the win. So let's see if we're in session profit. We're not, so that means we're going to go from 100 up to 150 on, and we'll be on 1 to 18. So we're increasing after winning. And here we go. That's a 21 red, and we lost that one. Okay, so we stay at 150, and we'll be on even. We're currently minus 250. We've had a rough start, and let's bring it back. Here we go. That's a 26 black. That's a win. So let's see where we're at. We're still not in session profit, so we go up a unit. We're going to go from 150 to 200 on red. And here we go. Okay, we got it. Fantastic. Okay, so now we're back in profit. Now we go back to 50 where we started, and we'll be on black for 50. All right, here we go. Okay, that's a 3 red. That's a loss. So remember that we were at $100 profit. That's really important. We're going to stay on 50 and we'll be on odd. So the next time we try to get new session profit, we're going to try to get at least 150. And that's a 27 red. Okay, we got the win. So we got the win. And since it only takes 50 to get to that 150, we're not going to actually increase. We're going to stay right where we're at. And now we'll be on 19 to 36 for $50. So we're just trying to get to that next level of session profit each time. That's a 24 black, and that's a win. So we got our 150. Now we're going to try to get to 200. We'll go to 1 to 18 for 50. All right, let's go ahead and spin. And that's a 10 black. That's a win. Okay, and we got our new session profit, so we don't have to increase. So now you can see we were on 1 to 18 for 50. We're going to be on even for 50. We're only going to increase when we win if you need it to get to that next session profit level. Okay, so every time you lose, start looking. We were at 200. We were trying to get to 250, so that doesn't change. But now we're going to go to red for 50. All right, keep that in your mind, what that new session profit level is. And that's another loss. So we'll go to black for 50. And we're not trying to get it all back at once like some systems. We're just going to increase by 1 unit when that happens. So that's another loss. We'll go to odd for 50. And here we go. Still trying to get to 250, but we're not going to make it up in one spin. That's a 25 red. Okay, we got a win at 50, and we're not in session profit, so that means we're going to go up a unit. So 50 to 100, and spin. We're still trying to get up to 250, but we're not trying to make it up all at once. That's a 27 red. That is a win, and all we need to get to 250 now is $50. So instead of going from 100 to 150, we're actually going to reduce it from 100 back to 50. Because that's all we need to get to that next profit level that we're searching for. And that's a 32 red. Okay, we lost that one, so we're going to stay at 50. But we're going to remember that we were going for 250. Don't forget that. And let's spin. Here we go. That's a 29 black. Okay, that's a loss, so we'll go to red for 50. We're currently up 100. And again, we're still trying to get to 250, but we're not going to try to make it up in one spin. That's a 5 red. Okay, there's a nice win. Let's see, we're not in session profit. We're 100 away, so we're able to go from 50 to 100 and increase because that's what we need to get that to get that next session profit level. However, we were only allowed to go up 1 unit at a time, so we did that there, and now we've achieved that profit level. Now we're going to go for 300, and we'll be on odd for 50. And here we go. That's a win there. That's a 31 black. Okay, fantastic. We're up $300, so we're in session profit, so we stay at 50, and we're going left to right. Still, we're continuing to move the bet. That's a loss there, so we stay at 50. But when we lose, you want to see, we were at 300 trying to get to 350. That does not change. So we're still trying to get to 350, but not in one spin. And here we go. That's a win right there. So let's see what it takes to get to 350. And it looks like we only need 50, so we don't have to raise the bet. We just bet 50 on even now. And here we go. This is the King of Roulette Systems by Jesse. And that's a 36 red. And that's a win. So now we're at 350 trying to get to 400. And let's see where we were at there again. I think we were on even. Yes, we were. So now we'll be on red for 50. And we're trying to establish new session profit at $400 now. Here we go. That's a 4 black. That's a loss. So we'll go to black for 50. We're still trying to get to 400 though. So once we get a win, we'll go up a unit if necessary. And we lost again. So we'll stay at 50. We'll go to odd and spin. There we go. $50 on odd. Still trying to get to 400, but not all at once. Again, the most you can increase after a win is 1 unit. We lost again. So we'll go to 19 to 36 for 50. And if we need to, we'll go up a unit when we win. And we lost again. So the nice thing about this is we're only losing 50 at a time when we're on a losing streak. We're not continuing to make the bet huge. And here we go. Okay, that's a 34 red. That's a loss. So we stay at 50 on even. You can see we're up 100 right now. So once we do get a win, we're definitely going to go up a unit. And that's a 19 red. I think we lost again. Yes, we did. So let's go to red for 50 and spin. And we got to just have lots of patience with this. That's a 36 red. There we go. And obviously we're not at 450, so we go up a unit. We go from 50 to 100 and keep moving the bets left to right. Here we go. That's a 17 black. Okay, that's a win. Let's see if we need to go. We still need to go up another unit after a win, so we'll go to 150.
No more bets.
And here we go, but we can only go up one unit at a time if we're not in session profit. That's a 26 black. We lost that one, so we're going to stay at 150 and move to 19 to 36. Here we go. Okay, we got the win. Fantastic. So let's see what it takes to get to 450, and we're 250 away, so we do need to go up again. We're going to go up to 200 from 150
No more bets.
and spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a good one. That's a 9 red. Okay, so we're back. Well, we're only 50 away from session profit, so we go back to 50, and we'll be on even for 50 here.
No more bets.
So we're just trying to get one more $50 unit at a time, and that's at 31 black. Okay, that's a loss. Let's go red 450 and spin.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. That's a 2 black. Okay, that's a loss. Let's go to black for 50 here and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 1 red. That's a loss, so we'll go to odd for 50 and spin. Here we go. That's a 19 red. Okay, that's a win. So we need to go up a unit to get to our next profit level of 450. So let's go to 100 and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 12 red. Okay, so now we'll go, we'll stay at 100 and spin. That's a 23 red. That's another loss. So we'll stay at 100 on even. We only increase after losses, and here we go again. Let's see what we get here. That's a 2 black. Okay, we finally got a win, and obviously we're not in session profit. We're up 200, so we're going to go up a unit from 1 to 150 and spin. And this is also a $3,000 bankroll system for $50 units. However, you could still do the $300 bankroll for the $5 units. And that's a win right there. We're not in session profit, so we go up another unit. So we go from 150 to 200 and spin. Again, this is the King of Roulette Systems by Jesse, and that is a 00. We don't like that, especially after increasing the bet. So we'll stay at 200 and move to odd. We're currently up 150 right now. Let's go ahead and spin. We're being patient, waiting for a nice streak to happen, and that's a 13 black. Okay, that's a good one. And let's see, we are only 100 away from that, so we can drop the bets down now. This is really important. We can drop from 200 back to 150, even though normally we would increase. And that's because we don't need to bet more than what it takes to get to our next profit level. And that's a 25 black, or red. It's a 25 black, it's 25 red. Now we're in session profit at $500. You can see we were on 19 to 36. Now we go back to 1 to 18, 450 and spin. So just trying to get $50 at a time, and not trying to get it all back at once like some of these other systems. And that's a win there. We'll go to even for 50. We're up 550. And not trying to get it all back at once. Just the most you can go up is 1 unit at a time after a win, only if it's necessary. And that's a win there. So we'll do red for 50. We're up 600 now. So now we've been patient. We're finally starting to reap some of the rewards. And that's a 36 red. Okay, and that's a win. We'll go black for 50. We're up 650. And let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. And that's a 5 red. Okay, that's a loss, so we'll stay at 50. But remember, we're trying to get to, actually, yeah, we're going, we were trying to get to 650 there. So let's go ahead and spin again here. That's a 13 black. Let's see what it takes to get there. And actually, we're already there, so we don't need to increase at all. And that's okay. That's a good thing. So we're going to go from 50 on odd to 50 on 19 to 36 and spin. And Jesse's King of Roulette Systems is starting to do really well now. That's a 31 black. That's a win. So we'll go 1 to 18, 450. We're up 700.
No more bets.
So this is starting to really do nicely, and I like how it doesn't go up all the time. It only goes up when necessary. There's another win. We'll go even for 50, and now we're up 750,
No more bets.
and we're starting to really see some profit here. Obviously, it doesn't. The profit doesn't come as quick as the first system, but the first system went up after every loss. So think about that. And we're not doing that with this one. We're up $800, and that's pretty awesome for a system that only goes up when necessary. And this one stays at 50 as long as possible, and the most you can go up with this one is 1 unit, and you can't try to recover everything at once. So we'll be on black for 50 now.
No more bets.
We were at 800 trying to get to 850. And that's a 10 black. Okay, that's a win. Let's see what it takes to get to 850. It's only $50, so we don't increase.
No more bets.
We keep the bet nice and low. Well, as low as it started with this one. But remember, you can always do this with $5 bets and a $300 bankroll instead of doing the 3,000. And we're up 850. And you can see that right there. We're going to go from odd to 19 to 36
No
and
more
spin.
bets.
And here we go. That's a 29 black. Okay, that's a win. So we'll go 1 to 18 for 50. We're up $900, so we're getting close to getting over $1,000 in profit. And this is our last spin. We're right at the 15-minute mark. That's a 13 black. Okay, we almost got there. We made $950 profit in 15 minutes with the King of Roulette Systems by Jesse. Thank you, Jesse, for sending this in. And send all the systems just like he did to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And every single day of the week, 365 days of the year, pick one of your guys' systems. We test it out in the search for the best roulette system possible. And I sure enjoy that search and love the game of roulette just like you guys do. If you're enjoying the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep growing this community of people that love roulette. And hope you enjoyed the 2 systems today. Let me know in the comments. And again, at roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.